I'm just too old. I'm too old and don't have.
All right, it's 6
better,
o'clock,
you know.
Monday, June 22nd, 2026. Start with the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge of Allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Stacy, will you call?
Mayor Beal,
Here.
Trustee Bowden,
Here.
Trustee Hudson,
Here.
Trustee Richards, Trustee Sandberg,
Here.
Trustee Sluse, Trustee Sturba.
Moving on to public comments.
Yeah, I'll make one. Ed Nelson, resident. Just wanted to come up and say Saturday was a good time downtown at the Brews Cruise. And it seemed like everybody had a good time that was there. And food was good, the cars were good, everything, weather was perfect. So thanks for everybody that helped put it on, put it together. I know it's a lot of work. That's it.
Very good. Thank you. Moving on to consent agenda. We're going to approve the minutes of the June 8th, 2026 regular village board meeting. Approve the minutes of the June 8th, 2026 executive session. And approve payroll and accounts payable. Payroll for the period ending June 6th, 2026. Administration, $12,415.78. Police, $49,856.24. Public Works, $12,645.73. For a total of $74,917.75. For accounts payable for the period ending June 19th, 2026, General Fund, $51,494.48. Capital Improvement Fund, $16,380. Business Development District Fund, $3,808, for a total of $71,682.48.
Motion to approve. Second.
Motion Hudson, second. Bowden.
Trustee Bowden,
Yes.
Trustee Hudson,
Yes.
Trustee Sandberg,
Yes.
Mayor Beal.
Yes. Moving on to the staff and committee reports. Start with Troy.
Yep, the only thing I have is MFT project's out to bid currently, so already 3 bidders have picked up. Hopefully we get a couple more. Bid opening's July 1st at 10:30 a.m. We'll let you know once we get the results. Like, be there for.
Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you. Move on to Bob.
Well, that was part of my report.
Make it easier for you.
Thanks, Troy. Just a few other things. You know, staff continues to do daily operations, mow grass, clean catch basins, it seems weekly anymore. I think overall, town has handled the rain well. I mean, we've gotten all that rain in roughly 2 weeks. A couple issues, but you know, we did have some flooded streets, but they receded quickly.
It was a lot of rain.
A lot of rain. As Troy said, the MFT project, that is July 1st, here, bid opening. Staff and myself will be out installing the stop signs that were approved at the last meeting this week. I did have to order some items so that when we install them, people notice that they're there. So there's going to be some flashing beacons, red flags, the normal thing that draws your attention to those signs. As I said, with the recent rainfalls, we do get residents that don't understand the flow of water and what systems can take. I just ask for patience when we have situations like that. The water will go down. It just can't take it all at once. So that's what I have for you guys tonight.
11.5 inches of rain, from what I understand, in 2 weeks. 11.5 inches of
Yep.
rain.
Yep.
And our normal is what?
I believe it's 4 and something, a little over 4.
We're a little high on that. Thank you, Bob.
Yep.
Chief?
Good evening, everyone.
Hello?
Good evening.
Vicky from Game On donated boxes of hot dogs. She dropped them off this morning for the cookout, which will be on Tuesday from 11 to 2:32.
11:30 to 2:30.
11:30 to 2. I knew there was a 30 in there somewhere.
2:30.
Yeah, 2:30. She donated the hot dogs. Me and Bob will go and get the rest of the stuff on Monday. We'll do the shopping for the rest of the stuff for the festivities on Tuesday. You see on the report I gave you that we finished the sergeant's exam, and there's a final list out on that. It was pretty close, real close actually, between the first and the second person. I did it as if we had a police and fire commission. When we get to 5,000, we'll have to have a police and fire commission, but we don't. But I acted as if we did, so there was actually a whole process for the exam. I brought in people to do the scoring. Very similar to what I did in my past life, but we paid about $15,000 in my past life, and here we paid zero. Which is a much better price, because I asked people to volunteer their time to do it instead of charge, because I didn't hire the company. I just did the same stuff the company does. Me and Nick are have to work with the school district to get the SRO contract. We need just a couple 2-3 word changes, and then that'll be coming for you guys. And then also I attached that in the packet, the flyer about the new 911, the smart 911 stuff. I have to work with Nick. We have a couple of things for the community we got to fill out, and we got to get to them. But we should be up and active, so people can sign up by July 1st. And then I also sent everybody a picture of the squad car. That our new squad car should be here by our festivities on June 30th. Because I told him that I need it by that date, so hopefully he gets it. So for the cookout, the new America 250 squad car should be there, and then the patches. Everybody started wearing the patches as of Sunday, so and they'll wear those throughout the end of the year.
Is the 911 system, is that going to be advertised on Facebook and whatnot, so that people,
Yeah, once we get it up, then
understands what it's
yeah,
about?
we'll do that, and we'll also send a link to where people can register to get messages and alerts and stuff like that. Once we're added to the system.
Okay.
All right.
Where's the cookout?
On 3rd Street.
Hope everybody can make it.
I apologize, I'll
Try
be out
to.
of town, but have a good time. Eat a hot dog for me.
If I have to.
Vicky has good ones.
All right.
Very good, thank you, Chief.
Thanks, Chief.
On to Nick.
So just a couple things, building off the chief. This new school superintendent is scheduled to start July 1, I believe, and he had already reached out to myself, and I know some of the other taxing bodies, so I'm looking forward to working with the new superintendent and to address that school resource officer. Couple other just public service announcements. As we had been told earlier this year, Route 50 construction, and I didn't mention this at the last meeting, but between Beach Road and Wilmington Road was supposed to start May 1st, and we put out kind of notices and whatnot, and then it didn't start. And what Troy was able to find out was that they were delayed to a discrepancy in the depth of the gas line, so we're glad they didn't start. But NICOR didn't originally anticipate any conflicts, and now is aware of that issue, so their work will begin once they have a total plan worked out for NICOR. So that's just, I know people were asking about that around town, what happened and whatnot. So that's hopefully going to start soon and get done. This is a weird one, but the Ilion Expressway, for many of you remember, years ago there was talk of connecting I-55 on the west side of the county all the way across to I-65 in Indiana. I worked on some things related to that when I was at Will County. In 2015, I had determined that there were insufficient funds and halted the project, removed it from the multi-year transportation plan, which in effect killed the project permanently, is my understanding. And no work has occurred since, but just this past couple weeks, we got a letter from IDOT that just said, per the Ilion Ileana Expressway Act, they're required to notify local communities that they still haven't done any work, and it's not moving forward. So just in case anybody's wondering, it's still not moving forward, but I just thought that was kind of strange that we got a letter just to tell us that. I don't know how long that has to go on for, but, so that's that. And then the last thing I had was, we talked about, I think end of last year, early this year, that ESP Solar or Synergy Solar, which is going to build northeast of town, had let us know they were going to contribute a $100,000 donation just as a good corporate partner. We had talked about that, haven't had any conversation since then, but we were notified today, the mayor and I, that the first of those $50,000 installments check is in the mail. So I briefly just touched base with Trustee Hudson. We're looking at scheduling maybe the OC meeting in July to discuss a formal plan for possible uses, because we never officially set what those were for. So that and some other issues at the AOC, hopefully in July. So that's all I have right now. Thanks.
My comments, the village decorations contest is going pretty well. I see a lot of houses are really getting dressed up. There's a lot of participation. If anybody paid attention to the village hall when you came today, the village hall windows are done. We got the America 250 flags up. There are a few more around town. It's going pretty well. I hope everybody jumps in on that. We have the community cookout on the 30th from 11:30 to 2:30, as Chief had mentioned. We do have the linen drive for Sleep in Heavenly Peace. Those collection sites are Game On, Terry's, and here at the Village Hall. There is a scout, Jacob, here. I'd like you to give a quick explanation as to the diaper drive. Jake, I know I'm throwing you on the spot, but you'll earn your Eagle Scout right here.
For those who don't know, I am Jacob Brazel. I am a Boy Scout from Troop 123 in Crete. I'm currently doing a collection drive for my Eagle Scout project. It is a drive for ANEW. They are a nonprofit organization that provides care for domestic abuse victims. So I currently have boxes here at Village Hall and one at the library in town. What we're mostly looking for in the drive is diapers and other hygiene products like shampoo, conditioner, body wash, cleaning supplies. It would be greatly appreciated if like next week, if there's like another post to like the community page to get it more out there. But if you guys can't do something, that's fine. I can think of something. But also, please let me know if you have any questions about it.
What's the final date for that?
July 1st.
Okay. Very good. I apologize for putting you on the spot, but
It's okay.
Very good information.
It's not the first.
Thanks for coming.
On to new business. We got a presentation of a certificate of recognition to Stacy Hartwell. Stacy Hartwell is an asset to the village. She's hardworking and always willing to help. She's very knowledgeable, and if she doesn't know it off the top of her head, she knows where to find the information. Stacy has made the municipal clerk's honor roll. It is my honor to present Stacy with the certificate of recognition for her position on the honor roll for 2026. Congratulations, Stacy. E on the new business, we're going to discuss the sidewalk program. I'll let Nick open that up.
I'm gonna start off, I'm gonna have Bob come up too. So in your packet, Bob, Public Works Manager, prepared a list for this 2026 program. And I'm gonna stop here and let him talk why we picked those and kind of answer any questions.
As most of you know, over the years, I mean, really every area of town needs this, some kind of repair. So what I've tried to do over the years is move around to make those repairs, not just stick to one area, just so the residents in all the areas see some improvement. So that's why I have that list for you tonight in those areas.
So in addition to, if you want to add any comments on that, but then just want to point out, funds were budgeted in this year's budgets, and I have a few questions for the board, since this is just a discussion tonight. One, are you okay with that list? And then two, we've talked internally, the mayor, myself, and Bob, about utilizing Robinson to assist with the final bid prep and the bidding process. And if that all goes, if those are both yeses, then we would move forward with getting the bid finalized out on the street ASAP. And then when it comes back, that's when you'll take formal action to approve the program. And depending on the bids, whether we can do all those segments or not. And if well, at that point, we can kind of see where the numbers are. But, so I guess one.
So you've got 28 locations on here, and I assume that you've got a much larger list going into the following years?
Yes.
So, I mean, about how many?
There's a lot. I don't have my, it's a big list.
So
Yeah.
for how many, yeah, I'm just looking at how many years it's gonna take to just get done what you got on your list.
I'll be retired.
You will? Okay. So, you know, if there was a way that we could come up with
Yeah.
more and try to do a little bit
Right.
more in the future, it'd probably be a good idea.
On that list, you'll notice too, a lot of is near schools, some is on the way to the park, just because of those areas.
So for safety reasons, does that play into your ranking of what we should do? Yeah.
I think it's kind of an infinite list myself, that would never get caught up.
Yeah, that's what I thought, I just wanted to ask.
The one, let's get through this one first. So if everyone's okay with this list, moving to the bid process, and then I just want to make sure nobody has objections, but working with Troy and Robinson's team to get this, the final bid prep, we want to just double check a few last things and get it out, posted. But then, like I say, we'll bring it back. Likely, it's probably going to be the first meeting in August, just to give enough time for the bid to be on the street and review it. We were talking about for this year, setting a deadline within the bid process, like by the end of October. And as we were discussing that, ideally, you know, there's always a concern to get late in the year. So I think next year, what we're gonna try to do is, along with putting the money in the budget, we're gonna start like now, planning the list for next year. And then, to your point, maybe Trustee Hudson, as we're doing the budget, if we don't pass the budget usually to the second meeting in March, but we could adjust that number if we chose to. But then, as soon as the budget's approved, getting this out on the street, like in April, and that way, we can, if we wanted to, we could move the deadline up, but it gives the contractors the opportunity to bid and plan, because this isn't that big a project for them, but, so they're gonna slip it into their schedule, but maybe if we start earlier, and if we even wanted to add more, we could get it on the street earlier.
Most of the time, this is a fill-in project. I wouldn't say, it is a fill-in project. They have bigger, larger number projects on the books. Not to say that they wouldn't do this project, it's just not maybe up here, it might be down here a little bit, so.
Yeah, well, we cut it a little close last year. I
We
mean,
did.
it was pretty late in the year. I mean, if you, you know, September, early October, if you can get
Oh, yeah.
most of it then, you know, that's a good time.
Yep.
If possible. Obviously,
We'll
it's
make it possible.
sidewalks, but.
So,
We might have good timing with the MFT resurfacing project. The
that was the other thing I was gonna.
subcontractor on that will know they're gonna be in town and will probably bid on this one. try to do it at a similar
All
time.
of
Good.
Are there any areas that don't have sidewalks anymore?
There still is,
Is there really?
yeah.
Really got rid of all those, but.
I mean, we try to
There's
fill
quite
the
a few-
gaps,
There's
but
quite a few.
Is this all remove and replace, or are there any new, or?
that's all remove and replace.
I mean, yeah, you definitely gotta pay attention when you're walking on the sidewalks around town.
You do.
Just look down once in a while, 'cause you'll trip. So. Are you looking for a motion?
And, I mean, if, just more if there's no objections, that's what we're going to do, is we're gonna move forward with working with Robinson, get the bid docs ready out in the street ASAP. And at the very latest, I think we're thinking we're requiring this to be done by Halloween. I mean, obviously, they may come in and say, we're gonna do it in September, or, you know, whatever. We're not gonna object to that,
No
but
chance.
But I think next year, we can ensure the max flexibility by putting this out in like April, and that way the contractors, we can set a date next year. I mean, the one thing, to Bob's point, and I think Troy and I talked about this, is we don't wanna be too restrictive, because since we're a smaller project, some people might just bail if they've got a mega project, and then, but hopefully we can take advantage of some of those synergies of other projects in the area, and
Yeah, and if it's a fill-in project, if we got this big list, there's no reason why we can't put it out beginning of June.
Right.
Then that gives them a lot of time for
Right.
fill-in, you
Right.
know?
Okay, well, if there's no objections, we'll move forward then, and we'll keep you updated, but we'll bring that back, so it'll be final action at the board when we're approving, and if we need to tweak the number or see where we're at with the bids, so. Okay. Thanks.
Bob?
Thank you, Bob. We'll move on to item F, which will be resolution 26-R-13. It's a resolution in support of preserving municipal land use and zoning authority opposing the Illinois Build Act. I'm sure all of you have heard of the Build Act and understand what it does to municipalities. Takes away our rights to take care of our village and keep the zoning the way we need it to be, and not make it a mess, to put it lightly. If you would like, I'll read it. Otherwise, if you already know about it, we can move on to voting for the approval.
I'll make the motion to approve.
Second.
Motion Bowden, second Sandberg.
Trustee Bowden?
Yes.
Trustee Hudson?
Yes.
Trustee Sandberg?
Yes.
Mayor Rvbm?
Yes. Moving on to approval of an ordinance. Ordinance will be 26-08. Approve an ordinance amending Chapter 91 of the Village Code of the Village of Peatone to extend the sunset date for keeping chickens within the village. By that.
So as many of you know, in 2023, the village approved ordinance 2301, which allowed and regulated the keeping of chickens. That ordinance change included a sunset of June 30th, 2026, which we talked about at the last meeting, or 2 meetings ago, I guess, and we proposed extending this for 3 years. So in your packet, the proposed ordinance change would extend the new sunset to June 30th, 2029. It maintains status quo in all other provisions of the ordinance, and if we wanted to change something at some point, we can always come back and tweak the ordinance, but this just allows anyone who has or will apply for a license to continue to adhere to the regulations we set when we originally set this up, so. And frankly, I've heard, I mean, we only have one current licensee, but I mean, we've not had any complaints about that, or, I don't know, but there's not a rush of people coming in getting them too, so.
Any questions or comments? Can I get a motion to approve? Table it.
if there's not a motion, it's a fails,
Fail
for the,
vote.
I have a motion or second. so-
Yes.
So failure to act today, or if we were to bring it back, means that this will sunset and anybody who has a license, their license will, when it expires, they will not be able to renew it. So I just wanted to let everyone know that, so.
Last chance. Okay. Let that die. And moving on to questions from the press.
No, that's fine.
No questions from the press. Any correspondence, communications, or petitions, anybody? Nothing tonight. A motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Motion Hudson,
Second.
second Bowden.
All in favor?
Aye.
Right?
Aye.